Now, are you over 55 and looking for a podcast that speaks your language? Well, you've come to the right place. Whether you're rocking retirement or still chasing that corner office, Boomers and Beyond is your weekly dose of fun, friendly conversation that's all about things that matter to you. Now, we're going to be diving into lifestyle topics like health and wellness, travel adventures for the young at heart, navigating family dynamics. We're going to talk about adult children too, exploring delicious food options, and of course, finding ways to keep life fun and exciting. Now, each week is going to be like chatting with your best friend over coffee or tea or juice or whatever you prefer. But hey, you won't even have to get out of your pajamas because we're going to be sharing stories and swapping ideas and tips and maybe even sharing a tear or two, but mostly tears of laughter. And guess what? This show is for you. So if there's a topic that you want to discuss, let me know. Leave a comment. Go to delblogger.com when you see this episode hit the blog and let me know what you'd like me to cover in future episodes. So go grab yourself your favorite beverage, settle in, and let's get ready to boom on the Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware Blogger podcast. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Boomers and Beyond. I'm your host, Antionette Blake, and today we're going to be discussing a topic that for many of us boomers and seniors, and that's aging and driving. We're going to explore some tips for staying safe on the road. Perhaps you're looking at alternative transportation options and making informed decisions about driving as we age. So welcome to episode number 20, Aging and Driving, Tips for Safe and Independent Transportation. And I wanted to talk about this because at one point back, I think, for the last 8 years that I was with IBM, I actually commuted from Middletown, Delaware to Westchester, Pennsylvania every day. Sunshine, snowstorm, sleet, hail. I mean, if you go back and look at my blog, you'll remember that I did a post about the polar vortex. It literally took me 8 hours, well, give or take a few hours, to get home in that snowstorm. But I used to drive all the time. Now, not so much. I am not interested in driving more than 20 miles. Going from Smyrna to Middletown is as far as I want to go. And I still have to go to, Wilmington, which is where I am today, heading up to the Delaware Art Museum for the Cultural Hip Hop Summit. Yes, I'm looking forward to that. But I don't really like driving long distance, or especially long distance in the dark. So when I have a sorority event, I usually ask my soror Gemma, can I carpool with her? And she is more than willing to let me drive in the passenger seat. So today I want to talk about the importance of safe driving. People have so much going on in their mind. They're not paying attention. They're on their cell phone. They have road rage. It's just a whole bunch of things that's going on. And that's putting us boomers and seniors at a much higher risk. If we have a car accident today, there are more injuries and fatalities, right? People may say, well, she doesn't need to be driving. Take away her, license. Don't let her drive anymore. Or the one I hate the most, and I'm going to actually contact my insurance company, is they will increase our insurance premiums. Now, since hubby and I moved down here to Smyrna, like I said, I don't drive far. So I'm going to really look into having my insurance lowered because I'm not going far like I used to. But those risks are associated with any type of accidents that we have, And the reason why, we are changing, our vision changes at night. I'm not a nighttime driver. I've been wearing glasses now for several years, but I still don't like driving at night, the high beams and all of that. We also have a decreased reaction time. We're not as quick as we once was. As much as we think we are not. And for some of us, cognitive decline. Yeah, our memories are just not what they used to be. Where, we used to turn where the directions were easy. I mean, think about this. Back in the 60s and 70s, we didn't have GPS. We had, like, okay, turn down the street, make this left. We got to our destinations without GPS. And then we got to the destinations with a map or written direction. But now our cognitive memory can decline even with GPS, even with our wave, and even with our maps. Sometimes it's harder for us to navigate. So, this is something to really take into consideration because it definitely is affecting our driving skills. So let's talk about a few tips for safe driving. These practical tips for boomers and seniors that will help to improve our driving skills. Number one, getting regular eye exams. Yes, 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 yes. Whether you wear glasses or not, get those regular eye exams because you never know. And you don't want to be on the road and have blurred vision or be on the road at night and be blinded by the incoming light. So just get that checkup. Add that to your annual to-dos. Stay up to date on traffic laws and regulations. Now, we all know when we first started driving, the speed limit was, 50, 55. Now it's 60 and 65. So, keep up on traffic laws when they shut down a bridge, or if, they're making changes in your town, or even if your town is growing, like Middletown is growing, so the traffic is getting heavier, they're shutting down more roads. And yay, they finally opened back up the St. George's Bridge. I'm so happy about that. Refresher courses. Ain't no shame in that game. Take some driving refresher courses, and they're online. I mean, really, let's think about this. The last time I took a driver's test, I was in high school. I was, 15 years old when I was behind the wheel with an instructor. That was a long time ago. So you can do refresher courses, whether they're online or in person. Find out. This is what I do. Next tip is avoid driving at night or in adverse weather conditions. Yes, 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 yes. I, at all costs, will avoid driving at night. If I know I have to be out at night, I'm going to call my store and say, hey, can I ride with you? Because I don't like being out at night. And if the weather is going to be bad, I don't like that either. Last year, we went to New York for my cousin's birthday party. I drove my car so I'd be comfortable. I didn't want to rent a car, but it was raining. So I had to take my time because rain, sleet, snow, hail, it doesn't matter. Things can turn quickly on a dime. So I got to be very careful when I'm driving in adverse weather conditions. And be aware of your limitations and adjust your driving accordingly. Please, 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 if you're on any medication, if you're taking anything that is going to affect your driving, whether it's during the day or at night, please don't go out. Call Uber, Lyft, call a friend, Dart. I don't care. You guys, no. I mean, I lost my sister in a car accident in 1992, and my uncle was driving after taking his medication. So he was not ready. He should not have been on the road. And he was 55 then as well. So please be aware of your limitations and adjust your driving accordingly. If you've taken your meds and you don't feel great, or you woke up and you're lightheaded, like me, I'm a type 2 diabetic. If your sugar is low, whatever, just don't go. Reschedule, do something, stay off the roads. Or if you have to find alternative transportation options, please do so. Check out, if you say, hey, you know what, I just can't drive today, or I can't drive anymore. I'm sick of driving. It's going to come to a point that you're just sick and tired of driving. I am sick and tired of seeing people, drive fast, looking at you like you're crazy. And when you're in the left lane, you're just trying to turn. So think about it. Public transportation. In Delaware, Public transportation is not what it should be. I grew up in New York. There was a bus on every stop, but public transportation is an option. Ride sharing services, Uber, Lyft. Yes, I know that some of those can be crazy, but you know what? I would rather pay a little bit more to make sure I got to my destination safely. My aunt in New York, she's 90 years old. If she doesn't call a cab, somebody will call an Uber or a Lyft for her. So think about that. There are also volunteer driver programs. Go online, Google it, ask your local senior center, are there volunteers that can pick you up and take you? Or even if you're a member of a senior center, they have trips to stores and to flea markets and things like that on their buses and vans. So do that. And of course, family, friends, sorority sisters, fraternity brothers, whatever the case may be. Ask them, hey, I need to go shopping on Saturday. Do you have some time to take me? Or a weekly thing, just reach out. People will, based on their schedule, they will still help you. Their schedule may be a little bit different. They may be still working and it might be hard for them, but check out these options. I mean, they're good and bad, but public transportation is always an option. Of course, it's costly and you're going on their schedule. Ride sharing services are great. Uber, Lyft, you call them. You can pay for everything on your phone, on an app. Volunteer driver programs, check around, ask your friends, your neighbors, co-workers, ask them about volunteer driver programs. Or if you're a good driver and you're younger than us boomers and beyond, and you want to do that on a regular, that's a great thing. And of course, your family and friends. So I know these are options. I know we don't want to lose our license. We don't want to give up the freedom. And it's tough. These are some challenges that we have as we get older. Boomers, seniors, we face these challenges and we may want to continue to drive because we're afraid, we're going to lose our independence and we're not going to be able to just get up and go to the grocery store, get up and go shopping like, my husband and I do. But it's more about safety. You have to be safety on the road. And if you're on a fixed income, it might be hard for you to say, okay, I'm going to, get a cab, a Lyft, or public transportation. But then again, remember, if something happens, your insurance is going to go up. You got to buy gas. Gas goes up. So you weigh out the financial obligations and considerations on both ends. And if you're not sure, if you say, you know what, I should give up, I shouldn't give up, and you're not sure, talk to someone. Talk to your doctor. Tell him or her some of the concerns you may have when it comes to driving. Talk to your family, your friends. Let them know that you're feeling anxious, insecure. Maybe they could help you. Again, reach out to others and then think about your driving habits and your abilities. Do you prefer to get up in the morning and go out immediately in the morning on a Tuesday as opposed to a Monday or a Friday or a weekend? Make it work for you because aging and driving is important and we want to be safe. I want you to be safe. I want all of us to be safe. So take those things into consideration. Talk to people. And there are so many resources out there for seniors, for boomers, and their family. So there's aging and disability services, there's transportation agency, there's community centers. I know when I'm driving sometimes on the road, I see these vans, and on the back of the van is, the name of the company and the telephone number. I know you're not supposed to be taking pictures, but if you come to a stoplight and you see that, take a picture of it with your phone so you can call them back, because there are a lot of companies out there, especially here in Kent County in Delaware. So, reach out to these places, see if they can, give you more information. Maybe you just want to use them once a month. Try it out. So I want to, first and foremost, I appreciate you guys every week coming on a Saturday to listen to Boomers and Beyond. And I'm bringing to you as much information as I can, especially as I'm going through it as well. So, today, this episode number 20, we talked about the importance of safe driving for boomers and seniors. I gave you a few tips for, improving your driving skills. Again, check with your insurance company and take those online driver courses, which I did. Not only does it help lower your premiums, but it also, get you thinking about what you may not have been thinking about since you've been driving at the age of 16. If you're ready to give up the keys, there are alternative transportation options. So make an informed decision for yourself and your family about driving. Evaluate your driving abilities. And if you have to, consider alternative transportation options. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, talk to your physicians. They will help you. And I encourage you to reach out. And I encourage you, after you listen to this, leave a comment or a message or something that you could share about your own experiences with aging and driving. And you never know, I might talk about it on a future podcast. Thank you guys so very much for giving me just a few minutes of your time on this beautifully blessed Saturday. I invite you to subscribe to the podcast as well as to my blog, delblogger.com. So until the next time, stay smart, stay safe, and stay social, because I will see you in cyberspace. See ya. It's the DE Diva, aka the Delaware blogger, your boomer and beyond. Well, folks, that's all we have for you today on Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware blogger. And I hope you enjoyed the conversation and maybe even learned something new. Now, remember, if there's a topic that you'd like me to talk about, don't be shy. Leave a comment on the website. When this podcast episode hits Del Blogger, you'll be able to leave a comment, delblogger.com. And even if you have suggestions, I love that too. Hey, I'm also looking for some fantastic sponsors and collaborators who cater to the amazing 55 plus community. So if you're a business owner, have a business or service, and you think it would be a great fit for the show, send an email to info@ablakeenterprises.com and we'll get in touch real soon. Again, thanks for joining us on this journey, and I'll see you right back here next Saturday morning at 10 a.m. for another exciting episode of Boomers and Beyond with the Delaware blogger. And until then,